Rain fell in sheets, blurring the trail ahead of Elia, a young girl tasked with delivering medicine to a village deep in the valley. Clutching an old brass lantern passed down by her grandmother, she pressed on, its warm, flickering light the only thing standing between her and the cold, growing fear that whispered for her to turn back. Each step grew heavier as the mud clung to her boots, and the roar of thunder echoed through the hills like a warning. But Elia remembered her grandmother's words. This lantern holds more than just fire, it holds your courage. She gripped the handle tighter, the flame inside dancing defiantly against the storm, as if it, too, refused to give in. As night settled fully over the mountains, strange shapes seemed to move in the shadows, branches swaying like arms, rocks that looked like crouching beasts. Fear crept into Elia's chest, but every time she glanced at the lantern, its glow reminded her of home, of warmth, and of the lives waiting for her. She whispered softly to herself, "They need me. I can't stop now." Suddenly, a loud crack split the sky, and a nearby tree collapsed across the path, blocking her way. Elia stumbled back, heart pounding, rain soaking through her cloak. For a moment, doubt flooded her mind. Was this a sign to turn around? But then she noticed a narrow space beneath the fallen trunk, just wide enough to crawl through. Holding the lantern close to her chest, she dropped to her knees and pushed forward, the flame guiding her like a steady heartbeat in the chaos. On the other side of the tree, the path grew steeper, winding through twisted roots and slippery stones. Elia's muscles ached, but she didn't slow down. In the distance, she caught sight of a dim, flickering light, another lantern, hanging outside a cottage. Relief washed over her. She had reached the edge of the village. With renewed strength, she quickened her pace, knowing that the medicine she carried could save a life, and that her courage had brought her here. An old woman opened the cottage door as Elia approached, her eyes widening with gratitude and surprise. "We thought no one would come through the storm," she said, guiding Elia inside. The warmth of the fire welcomed her, and as she handed over the small pouch of medicine, Elia felt a quiet pride swell in her chest. The villagers gathered around, offering dry clothes and warm soup, their faces lit by the same golden glow that had led her through the darkness. That night, as the storm raged on outside, Elia sat by the hearth with the lantern resting beside her. Its light still flickered softly, as if proud too. She realized then that bravery wasn't about being fearless, it was about moving forward even when fear tried to hold you back. The lantern had shown her the way, but the strength had always come from within. And in that quiet moment, she knew her journey had lit more than just the path, it had sparked something bright and lasting inside her. When morning came, the storm had passed, leaving behind a sky washed clean and golden with dawn. Elia stood at the edge of the village, lantern in hand, ready to return home. But something had changed. She was no longer just a girl with a task, she was a bearer of light, of hope. And as she stepped onto the trail once more, the lesson burned clear in her heart. Even the smallest light can shine the brightest when the world is at its